my life. Holy. Magma hideout time. Jesus fucking Christ. Oof. Prepping for this shit has gone so badly, man. I don't know what it is that makes it feel like it's really, really bad this time. I think I'm just lacking the goats of this split, you know? And it doesn't help the fact that the one goat of the split that I do have, when it really is a goat, Mence. My Mence is just so bad. It's just so fucking shit. But like, I just don't hit any of the ranges I need to, and I think the plan is to level him really high, which might come to bite me in the ass at some point. But I mean, we'll have to see. Like, it's not a very good one, which means, you know, it won't come to quite as many fights. I can therefore kind of afford take him a little bit higher. It's a bit wonky. It's a bit of a wonky risk reward ratio going on there. So we have 15 grunts to do, which is torture. I have I went away for 2 days to plan these fights, and I've got like 3 shit plans. 3 fights. I have a shit plan and a dream. It's just so bad. It's gone really, really bad. I think this first one is doable, and it became doable when I got over the hump of like, oh, I need a flawless plan. I need a line that when nothing can go wrong. And then once I kind of realized that like the way we're gonna have to play this section of the game is that we could have to just expect things to go wrong, and as long as we can kind of cover for them, we're not like playing into a, oh, if this thing gets an ancient power boost, I lose, or if I miss this if I bright powder miss, I lose my best mon or some shit like that, right? Then, you know, we can sort of work with that. But if it's, you know, it's maybe less valuable mon and I'm risking it to a focus band crit or like a quick claw crit or some shit like that, like that's perfectly fine. We have to play into these 1 in 160s, 1 in 100s and stuff, right? So yeah, we have a plan for this first fight. Well, I say plan, I've written down 6 mons. I have no idea what the rest is. Let me take a look at it. So the team I had written down, which we're going to do, by the way, is Cargo, Salamence, Morwild. Now, this is a quick spoiler alert. I have put Morwild down for nearly all the fights that I've thought about. So, whilst also for the very first one, being like, oh, I can take him to level 70, which is the level cap. So that's gonna go very badly. The rest of the team is then Vileplume, Arcanine, Gyarados. Could be 4 Intimidate. It would be 4 Intimidators if I had Intimidate on Arcanine. Or should we not? So, I've written down to teach my Morwild Sludge Bomb. Dude, this plan is so dog ass. What the fuck was I thinking? We're gonna do it though. Macargo Mence. What's it called? Morwild. Vileplume, Arcanine, Gyarados. Yeah. So I've written down go up to level 70 and teach Sludge Bomb to my Morwild, which seems terrible. No? This is basically because I need a way to kill this shift that's on the team. And I really want to kill it in one hit. Unfortunately, if I take my Morwild to level 70 and teach it Sludge Bomb, I get a, what's this range? 87.5%. And then it's a bit better if you assume poison chance, right? Like 90%. What is it at 69? Like a 50% range. Big difference. And then it's basically guaranteed, right? Okay, assuming the shiftry is out. If I kill it with who on this team, if I kill it with, doesn't bait out the camera up. So Macargo baits out the camera up, which is a problem. Mence baits out Soul Rock, going for Ancient Power, which isn't great. Morwell is ideal because it baits out Soul Rock, going for the best case. Vileplume would bait out Camerupt, Arcanine, Camerupt, Gyarados would be Soul Rock. I don't think I can afford to use Gyarados, right? Maybe. Honestly, I can probably use Gyarados to kill this. Oh, Gyarados is my answer to the Camerupt. Which is unideal. If I get exploded on, for instance, on this by Shiftry, then I don't think I'd have the HP left in the tank to do that. Although, to be honest, if I get exploded, like, Salamence kind of does beat the Camerupt most. Like, Salamence can definitely step into hell. I'll have the HP. Salamence could get exploded on as well. Which is okay. Like, it's playable, that position. I just definitely need to not kill the Shiftry with something to beat the Camerupt, the Macargo, or Arcanine. Vileplume actually baits Manectric. Vileplume is a really good matchup, in assuming it doesn't explode. Looking at it, but it will explode. Problem. It does give me Manectric though, which is playable. What's my answer to the Manectric? It's my Arcanine. The problem is, yeah, that was the problem, right? Is that if I then kill the Manectric with my Arcanine, which then I get the Camerupt before the Soul Rock again. Again, that's a problem. Because then it can explode. I need to bring out the Camerupt Blast, which means killing the Shiftry with Morwile or Mence or Gyarados is all doable. So, okay. We're going to take Macargo up a few levels, at least to 60, I think was the idea. At 60, just because, like, I'm probably going to be sacking Macargo at some point in that Magma Hideout, so we can afford to take him as high as he needs, as high as we can risk taking him. I'm thinking 68 just for now. Right? Put that in the calc. So the idea with my Mence was to eventually take him up. I don't think I need to take him up on this fight. You're mostly just here to intimidate pivot. Right. Yeah, you're fine at 65. Morwile, I've written down level 70 and teach Sludge Bomb. Your Morwile XP on the split is going to get stinky. But I think Morwile is also a mon that, like, if I come out of Magma Hideout and I've lost my Morwile, but I've gotten out of Magma Hideout, I'm kind of fine with that. Right. Take Morwile. Okay, I've already done it. So, decision has been made. And then we're teaching Sludge Bomb, which I was surprised to learn that it actually learned. But this is more damage onto Shiftry than Brick Break is. I want to keep Knockoff because I can't reteach it, but I can always reteach Brick Break and Shadow Ball. So we'll do Brick Break. Put this in my calc. So Flash Cannon, Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb. For some reason, the calc like loads in the moves in like a random order sometimes. Like I want them in to be in the order. Maybe it's to do with like I think it's moves that don't actually exist within base Emerald like get loaded in at the bottom because I've just like reordered it again and flash cannons come in at the bottom. Whatever. Probably what are you actually doing on this fight? And if I'm not using you on the Shiftry at all, what are you doing on this fight? Like why are you here? Oh, you're beating the Soul Rock, aren't you? Yeah. Okay. So item-wise, it was Cherry on Cargo and Pre-Sleep. It's definitely Lum. Why is it Lum? It's probably Citrus on Mint. Well, are you coming in? Are you potentially getting statused on something? You're not getting statused on the camera. You're not getting statused on the shift. It's just Citrus. Morewile was Citrus, right? If you had a poison barb at this point in the game, but I don't think you do, right? Like, I don't think you can get a poison barb in this game. It doesn't matter yet. You can get some of the type boosting items, just not others. It's quite annoying actually. Alright. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. Alright. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go Citrus on Morewile, right? Vileplume, you're beating Soul Rock. You don't actually. Yeah. We'll go Lum. Technically, you might get Will-O-Wisp. I think it's unlikely though. It's definitely pre-sleep Arcanine. Sleep. And then Gyarados is Citrus. No need to pre-sleep. God, you're 68 as well already. Jesus Christ. I think I'm over-leveled in a few places. What are you gonna do? Oh, fucking hell. Okay. Okay, repel up. Oh, I think I need to have a strength mon on the team. Is that Gyarados in this instance, right? Yeah, it's Gyarados. I've already taught it both Waterfall and Surf. Maybe I need to remove Surf at this point. Let's remove Surf and teach. Okay, so let's... Oh, I don't fly on the team either. 1 second. Yeah, we definitely need a strength user team. There's strength boulders as soon as you enter. Surf. Huge strength. Gyarados is a really good user of HMs in this game, actually. It's kind of surprising just how much utility you get out of him for that. Because he just doesn't need that. Okay. So Vileplume back in for follow. Okay, and there's my strength mod. Step number 2. Alright, cool. So, I think we have everything we need. Repellers up. Cool. There's the next one. There it is. Okay. Oh, Jesus. there's the strength that I know about. Pretty sure there's an item that way, but I don't think it's actually valuable. Okay, there it is. Okay, this is horrible. All of this, I mean, every single fight is horrible. I just sort of need to, you know, grit my teeth and go in. Okay, first one. So this is a risky AI fight. It means it is incentivized to click risky moves such as Destiny Bond, Explosion, Ancient Power, etc. Yeah, so get ready for a lot of bullshit items, a lot of bullshit moves, and risky AI to boot. So this Gengar has a focus band, which is why we kind of want to kill it with passive damage. Not only can it focus band, it can also explode. It's only got Thunderbolt and Ice Punch for damaging moves, other than Explosion and Destiny. So I think the idea is just burn this as soon as possible, so that I'm actually pretty safe to just recover still in front of it as it gradually dies. We lose basically to infinite Will-O-Wisp misses and like endless Thunderbolt paras, but I actually think we pretty good matchup into this. Thunderbolt does about 30 to 35%-ish. Okay, there's T-Bolt. Yeah, Thunderbolt crits would be good too. Nice, you hit. Insanely good. So as soon as it gets below like 90-70% HP, it becomes extremely likely to just spam Destiny Bond and then explode, basically. If it does explode, like I said, as soon as it takes a little bit of HP damage, it'll start spamming these. If we just recover stall, then it'll eventually explode or kill itself. Yep, there's the explode. Okay, but this burns, it should only do about 20%. Cool. We're not going to get this recover off. How Gen 3 works. Explosion ends the turn in single battles. This gives us the Shiftry. So I was tempted to just stay in. I'm on really high HP. This thing is a scope lens. It's something like 50% to click Solar Beam, its highest damaging move, 50% to click Brick Break, which will not kill me with a crit. Solar Beam will sometimes kill me with a crit? No, always. Or Explosion, which as well may use. I think it's about 10% chance. I think the idea was Mence turn 1. We're not going to die if it does explode. Unless if it crits, which is Scope Lens, it's 1 in 8. But we can drop a couple of Intimidates down. Right? Was the idea. And if it does explode on either of these and doesn't kill, don't get camera up. Like, both of them give us Soul Rock. We can't let this die on Macargo. Yeah. So we do need to switch. Go Mence first. Don't explode, don't explode, don't explode. Quite unlikely. Probably like 10%-ish. Solar Beam, yep. Most likely outcome, I think. This now cannot Solar Beam. Unlucky crit, but we do. This now can't Solar Beam. Shadow Ball is its highest damaging move. Either Shadow Ball or it explodes. We're gonna go to more and we're gonna get a second Intimidate down. Again, this is Scope Lens. If it does crit, which is we're dead. Okay, there's the Shadow Ball. We resist this. Steel type in this game. Well, we're Steel type and it resists Ghost in this game. So the idea was at level 70, Sludge Bomb has an 87.5% chance to kill. We will live non-crit everything. But this thing, its highest damaging move is now Solar Beam, right? But it can't click it because it can't click into Fist ever. This is Brick Break or Explosion. Brick Break crit will also. Well, how likely is it to kill? I think it was a range, right? Oh, there's like 3 crit rolls, or maybe that kill. Just hit the range on Sludge Bomb. Don't crit. Nice, hit the range, or poison, hit the range or poison. Nice, small wild, good shit. How's this XP? Only 700. That doesn't seem like it'd be too much. I should have a fair few fights I can bring him to. Beautiful. This is best case. Now we get the Arcanine, the Soul Rock out. And his EQing or Will-O-Wisp. We're actually not dead to EQ ever. So the idea is hard Vile Plume. We take either Earthquake Crit or Will-O-Wisp and we just kill with oh, AP'd. Fuck. High crit AI. No, not high crit. Risky AI. Yeah, I can do that. Alright. Punished, I guess. I figured we'd be okay if this does. Anyway, we outspeed this. But because we'd still outspeed, I thought we'd be okay. Although, to be honest, we wouldn't. But then it would need a crit, so, yeah. Anyway, that didn't happen. Forget about it. This is now the Manectric, which is why I quite liked this line, because this doesn't give us camera up. This is camera up in the back, which means it can't explode. This is Overheat every day. Which means we can go to Arcanine. Oh, Flamethrower even. Didn't check the set. Can do the Overheat. And we outspeed this by a few points and one shot with Flamethrower. This thing doesn't have an item at all, which is a bit weird, but it doesn't. This is now the camera blast. This probably too high. But Earthquake to kill, aren't we? Yeah, this gonna. Okay, this thing doesn't have. It doesn't have Ancient Power. I thought it might. This is always Earthquake. Never Solar Beam because I resist. We just go Gara. This thing is a Quick Claw, which is spooky. But I think Gyarados should always. You want it? Overheat is highest damaging move. Does 32 tops, so we'd need like crit into Quick Claw crit, and even then I think we'd probably live. Yeah, Solar Beam is a bit less damage. And that was a Quick Claw, by the way, as well. They are fast. Waffle's a 2-shot. Are we ever dead to crit? 138. Safe. And no Quick Claw. Oh, there's one more down. Okay. Breather. Next fight. I think this fight is slightly easier, but it does have more variant. Right? It's no longer risky AI, but there are 3 Bright Powder mons, all of which are pretty tough to hit with guaranteed hit move. Okay. So my team is Blastoise in first. Then Entz again, Tenta, Vileplume, Arcanine, Raichu with a question mark. Which makes me slightly nervous seeing that in my notes. Alright, Blastoise, Entz, Tenta, Vileplume, Arcanine, and Raichu. Okay, so I've also written down to teach Blastoise Ice Beam to level up a few things. Does my Blastoise need to be at a higher level? I should, right? If I go 65, then you're never dead to 2 Solar Beam. Or crit Solar Beam. Let's go 65 on him and teach Ice Beam. You already know it. I also have, I've got Tenta 66 and Raichu 67 written down. I'm expecting to have difficulty against this Arcanine. right? This Arcanine is Bright Powder, and Overheat does a fuckload of damage. I think Tenta was here as backup. Is that true? I think so, right? I think it's like go Mence, chip it. If I'm then feeling like I'm in danger, go Tenta, get to finish it off. Vileplume is here for the Blossom. Arcanine is here for. Is there another Manectric? Arcanine's here for the Manectric, and Raichu is here for the Zone. Yeah. But I think in general this fight is not quite so bad. Citrus here. Mence needs Citrus. Enter Citrus. This is all on the Arcanine. Doesn't have any status move. Also, maybe you want to consider putting some extra levels in Penta. But I even wrote that down. Right? I wrote 10 to 66, which seems a bit high. Opinion. Might go 65. Well, I do use it less than I think I do. Alright, we'll go 65. I've written down Raichu 67. I don't think I need that though if I'm going to be clicking Shockwave. Again, let's go 66 on Raichu. I was calcing weirdly. I was like, oh, I need to go 67 for Thunderbolt to be a guaranteed kill. But I don't, because I'm not clicking Thunderbolt, I'm going to be clicking Shockwave, right? Let's just put one extra level down. Okay. So, Citrus on you, Citrus on you, Citrus on you. Vileplume, you're coming into the Velocity. I think that means you just you need Charcoal Priest, right? Idea. Arcanine was yeah, pre-sleep Cherry Berry. Pre-sleep Citrus. Then Raichu was just Citrus. Hey Bruce, how you doing this evening? We've done one fight so far. It was really spooky, but it actually went really cleanly. No variants at all. No focus bans. Well, there was a few quick claws, but we planned for the quick claws. This fight is the triple Bright Powder. Spooky. So yeah, I think we're ready to go in though. Oh, we need a strength mon. Who am I putting strength on? Maybe Blastoise? With a body slam? Probably, right? Yeah, I don't have space for it on. So you thought it was going to be a gauntlet? Bro, fucking hell. Imagine. Nah, it's just a case of like I wanted to get as many of them planned off stream as possible, because planning these on stream is so risky because you're so likely to get impatient, right? And if I plan them off stream, then I'm more likely to give them the time that they need. That said, I've super undercooked some of these because I got into the calc and I was like, this is a nightmare. But it's not a gauntlet. It's just 16 grunts and then an admin and a maxi. It's brutal, man. It's fucking brutal. In some places, it's worse than Hellroom in Run and Bun, because Hellroom comes with counterplay built into the game, whereas some of this is like, what are you supposed to do with some of these? You know, just have to throw at it and hope you don't miss quite a lot. Alright. I need to put that in the calc. Strength. That's all. Yep, pull that guy. Next one is behind this door. Okay. Grunt 3. This one is spooky. I don't think it's wipeable, but it is loser-monable. SHS loves this, man. I used to love this in the old games. It's just like through the doors, you just immediately get jumped. They've kept it in Platinum Kaizo in a few ways, actually, from what I've seen. Like sniping you and from like long distance in the forest and shit. Alright, so playing the game of which bullshit item is this Pokemon? This is Bright Powder. There's no real way of dealing with a Flygon with guaranteed hit moves. You don't have the tools to deal with it with guaranteed hit moves. You just have to throw an Ice Beamer at it. We outspeed, we're timid, as always, and one shot obviously. We're leveled so that we are never dead to Solar Beam crit, which gives us 2 opportunities, maybe 3, to hit Ice Beam. Blastoise, lock in. Nice, okay. First problem solved. This is now Arcanine. Scariest mon on this fight, for sure. It's going for, well, highest damaging move is Solar Beam. We are weak to it, but we're not quad weak to it, which means that it could click Overheat, which is real spooky. I wonder if it's ever better to stay in, because if I go into an event and it's Overheat, I'm in big trouble. Big trouble. We're faster and we're only dead to Solar Beam crit, which will be, if I'm assuming it's 50-50 Solar Beam Overheat, then it's only 1 in 32 to lose Blastoise. We could hit it with a Surf. The benefit of it as well would be after some chip damage. After I get hit by either a Solar Beam or an Overheat, it should then always be Solar Beam, which makes my Ment switch a lot safer. This is Bright Powder, man. This shit is awful. Oh god, what do we do? I think if I go to Ment and it is Overheat, I'm in deep shit. So I have to stay in and Surf. I really didn't think this fully through. Right, if you hit this Surf, that'll be massive for us. Come on, Blastoise. Just give us the chip we need. Nice. Okay, this is 40 to 49. That's like max roll. Okay, it did Solar Beam. Don't crit, don't crit, don't crit. Okay. Citrus should proc. Minimum roll of Solar Beam is 110. We're now out of range of everything else, which means this is guaranteed Solar Beam, because, yeah, Solar Beam does have kill AI. Now we can go Ment. The thing is that Overheat does so much to Ment. I probably should have given it an extra level, even. Okay, 190. We're dead to 2 crit rolls of Overheat. But we are faster and should kill with a Rock Slide. Again. Is it better to maybe Aerial Ace then? I mean, if Overheat crits, then it's going to Extreme Speed. But then we can go to the plan. We should Aerial Ace. That would kill if you weren't shit, mate. Okay. Nice. Okay, Overheat recall anyway. Who is this? I'm not sure I could even remember who this is supposed to be. This is the Zartu. Psychic, highest damaging move. This is unfortunately the third straight Bright Powdermon. This is Psychic or Light Screen. It doesn't see kill. How likely is it to light screen in this position? Because if it's quite likely, then I'd like to stay in. Either of the foe's types is physical. 80% chance of -2. Which means this is very likely to not be ice. To not be light screen. This is very likely to be thick. Good information. Unfortunately, that's not the move I'd like to switch right to. Fuck. It's very unlikely to light screen, I guess. We're never dead to crit at 66. Alright, you clutch up. Okay. Okay. No death drop. So what that means is we're only dead to psychic crit. This thing is now quite likely to light screen because I don't have a physical type. If I shockwave and then it light screen, can I kill? Probably not, right? Okay. I should have gone a higher level. Okay. We definitely shockwave. This does 63 to 74. Okay, solar beam. I'm dead to crit. Go on, Raichu. Okay. Jesus fucking Christ, this place. Okay, we can just kill. Who does this bait? Electric, going for what? Always overheat. That's really good for us. Oh, Jesus. Okay. We're now through all the Bright Powdermons. This is a King's Rock Manectric, but we will be faster than it. Oh, Jesus. We've played into so much already in this fight. It's not even just this fight. Like, this fight and the last one. I think we've played into so much. God. Never dead to crit. And we outspeed and kill with Flamethrower. Same as we did with the last one. Okay. This Blossom. Oh, fuck. I can't switch to Vileplume. If it's attacking, it's going for Weather Ball. I have to stay in. Oh, that's... Yeah, this is... Okay. How would I ever get... Actually, because of Solar Beam, I was never going to be able to get Vileplume in. I don't have a mon on this team that can guarantee Solar Beam. Well... I could go Blastoise this turn. It's never Solar Beam. I resist it, even though it's highest damaging move. Right? And then, no matter what, I will then be baiting a Solar Beam. Because I'll be dead to it. Yeah, this is never Solar Beam because I resist. We go Blastoise. Always takes Weather Ball. If I get Weather Ball crit, then it's much awkward. Okay, Sleep Powder, perfect. I mean, I could have gone Vileplume on that, but we're under the bridge. This is now guaranteed Solar Beam because it kills. So we go Vileplume. And we outspeed, and with Charcoal, we kill with Weather Ball. Alright, good shit, Vileplume. Good shit, buddy. Out of here. Bloody hot in here. Two down, no deaths. Whew, okay. Grunt 4, this one is awful as well. I'm going to say that about every single one, by the way, just so everyone is aware. I'm like, oh god, this one's awful. Well, the last one was awful too, so... Okay. My team, I've at least written down for this. I did not get very far with planning, by the way, so we're already very close to running out of planned fight. At which point we'll be freestyling on stream a bit. The plan for this one was to lead cast form, but for some reason I've put level 69. I think that one makes sense. Why? Can I ask? Did I say level 69? Was there any logic behind this at all? Because I'm not currently seeing any in the plan. What was the idea here? I already hear about this. What the fuck was the idea here? Weatherball is just not a kill on Scramble, even with charcoal. So, what was I thinking? Does it maybe not make more sense to do this with Arcanine? So there's really weird AI with counter, right? Which is, if either of the foe's types is physical, no scoring change. Otherwise, 49% chance for +4 to counter. Basically, this is a bugged bit of code, right? Is what this should be. This is special, right? So it basically wants you to be a physical type and then give it a high +4 score if you are a physical type. But you've accidentally said if it's physical, then don't give it, right? So if we go in with a fire type like Arcanine, it'll see that we don't have a physical type, and therefore be 50% basically to give it a +4, and therefore not click Earthquake, which massively reduces our chances of getting Earthquake killed. Plus, it would need to hit the focus band anyway if we go Arcanine. I think we just do Arcanine. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Oh, I've actually written down Arcanine. You fucking moron. Oh, someone's for something. Okay. Well, this is going well. Taskform is supposed to be coming to this fight, though. I actually did write Arcanine. Alright. Arcanine. Would you believe it? Salamence. Morwile again. Bro. Level 70. Keepers. Whiskash. Then I've got Cast Form. And Chicken. I have 60. Why have I written 69 down on Cast Form? Can anyone explain this to me? It's to outspeed the victory bill. Right. Okay. Now it's making. Also, this guy is at level 30. Somebody help him out. What is bro doing? Okay. You need Chesto. Just so you know. Okay. Weatherball, Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Icy Wind is your move. That's well got in the calc. Arcanine, Fence. Sorry, just putting this all in my calc to make it easier during the fight. Whiskash, Cast Form. Again, I have no clue what I was cooking. Triple fire types. Interesting. I wonder what I was thinking behind that as well. I have no recollection of how this fight is supposed to go. Oh, there's an exploding Idol. What was my idea here? Okay. What level do I want my Whiskash at? Is this enough? I have to assume that it will be. Morwile, what the fuck are you doing in this fight? I think you're just being an intimidate pivot, right? Probably just citrus. Ents, what are you doing? You're beating with Ladle on you. Yeah, Mentz is being super duper duper risked to some explosions here. The scope lens explosion, no less. Oh, I remember this fight. Yeah, Mentz is super at risk in this fight. What was he cooking? Okay. Yeah, Mentz, your odds of getting through this fight alive are fucking slim. Which is, well, I say slim. That's obviously an exaggeration. But yeah, if shit goes badly, you are not coming out of this fight alive, Mentz. Chicken is just here as backup. Interesting. Bro, what was I cooking? This is crazy. Why was I thinking? Castform is just dead if I get... Well, high roll gunk shot crit. High roll gunk shot. We actually need Lam on... Not chest. I don't think I need sleep on anything, do I? Doesn't look like it. No. This is quite possibly the worst of the 3 plans I've done so far. Also, I don't have a strength mon on this fight either. I guess on cast form, you learn it. I can always remove it. Okay, you don't. Annoying. Chicken, can't afford to. I guess it's more while, right? With the back for bomb again. Oh, jeepers. Yeah, Mentz, bro. Again, this is another exact case of Mentz needing to sort of prove himself. Because I rag on this Mentz all the time. But if he pulls us out of this fight, it's one more point in the bag for this. Fight is turbo. It is like. E? E. One. Okay. There are so many ways this can go wrong. I think if turn 1 I'm dead to... Well, no, it needs focus band actually. So turn 1 is pretty... like focus band. And it's even less than that because 50% of the time it's going to click counter. 50, maybe even 75%. But like... yeah. Salamence, don't let me down. You haven't done yet, to be fair. To be fair, this is a Nuzlocke. A Pokemon can really only let you down one. He will die at some point, guarantee you. So we kill... I didn't go charcoal. L. I didn't go charcoal. Okay. This is a 50% rain. Basically increases the focus band chance from 10% to 50%. Whoops. Okay. It's still very likely to click counter, if I understand the AI right. Lucky. Unlucky. Okay, this is now very spooky. Don't crit. Okay, this is now always Earthquake. Wait, no. Am I out of range? It's very likely. What What if I kill this with something else? What if I kill this with Morwile? Victory Bell. That's a playable position, honestly. Because if this is if it's attacking, it's Earthquake. Either Earthquake or Counter. And if once I switch to Men's, I'm quite likely to counter again. Am I Morwile faster? It is. Yeah, I think that's the play. This is quite likely to Earthquake. Like, Men's should be safe here, right? Yeah. Now this is Body Slam. I guess this means we should be low. This is quite likely to counter, though, I think. Me not understanding counter AI at all. Okay, well, we're dead to Earthquake crit. But it could counter, so... I think. No, I guess not. I guess I just don't have a fucking clue. Just try and kill it. Okay, Earthquake. Don't crit, please. Okay. I mean, this is... Honestly, it can't counter at low HP, right? Yeah, this is why it's not countering right now. It can't counter at low HP. Oh, this is Earthquake, if anything. Maybe I do want to take the kill with Mence then. Right now I'm just risking Earthquake crit. Whereas this way I'm only risking Focus Band, Slam Power, basically. Lock in Mence. No more Focus Bands. Nice, okay. This is fucking up with the line a little bit. Oh no, it doesn't actually. This is Charizard first. Okay, well, Mence, this is your next proving point. This Charizard is really scary. It is Bright Powder, #1, and it is Belly Drum 2. Belly Drum, Earthquake, Heat Wave, Rock. So if this thing Belly Drums, I will be dead to Rock Slide. It means I get 2 chances to like kill this. So basically I'm a 1 in 100. To lose my Mence and potentially okay, just lock in. Nice. Okay. Really good. Who's next? Aggron. Head Smash. Do I have the HP on Morwile to pivot? I feel like I don't. Yeah, I'm dead to crit, I think, if I remember my HP. Yeah, super round. Can I afford to just go hard Whiscash then? This is always going to see a kill, right? Yeah. It's not going to Thunder Wave. Actually, because of this reordering, if we kill this with Whiscash... Oh no, we do get Claydol. I assumed we'd get Victory, but don't, because the Claydol has Solar Beam. But the Claydol having Solar Beam is good, right? It means that we've got a free switch to Mence on the first turn. It's out. Okay, would you believe it? This Aggron is Bright Powder. When are they not? Always Head Smash. Could go more while getting Intimidate. It makes the matchup... It gives Whiscash a lot more time to win the matchup. Unfortunately... At 65, yeah, this is the point. I put my Whiscash at 65 so that it would be faster than this Aggron. Otherwise. I think we've got a pretty good matchup, by the way. I think we just go hard Whiscash. I don't think we need to the crit on for a while. Okay. We're never dead to crit. We kill with Earthquake, we're faster. We just hit through Bright Powder. On with Scash. Nice. Okay, so this is Claydol, and it should see kill with Solar Beam, right? Yep, guaranteed. So this won't explode on this turn precisely. This thing has Explosion and Scope Lens. The idea is we're putting Ments through another testing ground. We two-shot with Air Slash, which is quite impressive considering how shit this thing is. It's only Scope Lens, he says. It's only Scope. If the thing does explode, you know, we're dead to crit. Which is 1 in 8, but it's explosion chance. This isn't risky AI, this isn't anything like that. So it's only like a 5% explosion chance. So we're dead to like a 1 in 20 into a 1 in 8, right? Which is like a 1 in 160. But we can also get an Air Slash Flinch, which will sort of increase our odds a bit. Flinch? Flinch? Okay, that's fine. We're never dead to that. Ooh, he did test me though. Yeah, that was that Scope Lens crit we're talking about. Alright. Ments. That was decent. Well done, buddy. Respect. You have earned some respect. So my plan for this was my cast form. I think I've got it cleaned out from here because this is Gunk Shot. Ooh. Good Sleep Powder, actually. We're not actually guaranteed dead. It's unlikely. There's 2 rolls that don't kill. So this is Gunk or Sleep Powder. So we just go more while, and then it's always weathable. Go cast form. We are a dolly cast for 22 speed. Means we actually outspeed a Borophyll crazy. It's partly because this Victory Bell specifically is minus speed. Oh fuck, this thing's Bright Powder. Why are they... There's so many Bright Powder mons. I forgot this thing was Bright Powder. I thought we'd had it cleaned up at this point. Okay, well... Okay. We're Lum, right? We're only dead to Gunk Shot crit. Poison Sleep Powder is fine. It's quite likely to Sleep Powder, which would buy us an extra turn. Nice. You are so right, Bruce. Whether Bright Powder just isn't real. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think... I'm trying to think which I think is more evil. Is Bright Powder more evil or is Focus Band more evil? I think Focus Band is more play-aroundable because you can do stuff like Toxic Stalling and Wisp Stalling and shit. But man, when a Bright Powder miss happens and it stays at full HP, you immediately know, right? Whereas when you attack and you see the HP bar going down, but then it stops at 1, it's so painful. It like breaks your heart. That's 3 down without a death. Like, we take those. Why not? We're probably not XP things, so you can go out of here. So that cast form can go into the goat box at this point. So I think at this point we're now out of fully planned fight territory and into Jesus take the wheel territory. Which is great. It actually is a perfect timing for this because it's basically need to run ads so that I don't take a break and run ads so that you don't get ads during any fights or anything. So yeah, I'm gonna take a quick break and then we'll work out the rest of this fight. I think I've started planning this next one, but I'm not sure how far I really. Oh, okay. So we're not super planned out this one. This one is one of the scariest ones actually. Now that I'm looking at it, this is the Um, this is the Focus Band Ancient Power Venusaur, which is super capable of wiping alongside a alongside a Bright Powder Dugtrio. And it leads off with a Bright Powder Smith. Oh, Bright Powder Smith. They're hated. So I think my idea for the lead fellow, unfortunately, like the standard lead here is Mence, right? But my Mence can never 2-hit KO with Aerial Ace, which I don't. And Swallow has the extra benefit of pre-burn, meaning it. The thing is, right, if it substitutes turn 1, then it will be guaranteed Baton Pass turn 2. Because it won't be able to Spore, it won't be able to Belly Drum, and it won't be able to... So ideally it just Belly Drums turn 1, which do nothing, and then it dies the following turn. The thing is as well, right, that Swallow just baits Venu for Ancient Power, which is spooky. But I guess the idea I had in my head was Mawile plus Mence, which has a really, really, really good synergy for beating down this Venusaur. Because Mawile will always bait Earthquake, and Mence, well, will bait Ancient Power, but I can always basically eliminate this thing down really, really cleanly. In case it does get out of hand. If it Ancient Power boosts, then it'll be bulkier. But like I'll have it basically chipped down to a point where it's not scary anymore. In terms of the problem is then like how the fuck do I kill it? I kill it with Mence, I get Dougie, which is kind of ideal, except the Dougie can which is oh Jesus Christ. Mawile will bait the Crobat. Like, well, I'm not gonna kill it with. I'd be killing the Venusaur with something else. What that is, yeah, I don't. I think my doesn't my Vileplume have a really good matchup? Vileplume would give me Doge. Yeah, Vileplume has a really good matchup. Okay. I do just one shot with what, and I can like Moonlight and stuff to keep myself healthy. Then Dodrio. The problem, I think the problem I was thinking with this, right, is that the answers to the Dodrio kind of just lose. Get trapped by the Dougie, right? Like if I want to beat like the Dodrio with say Golem, I'll just get trapped by Dougie. This is true for like Relicanth, it's true for Donphan. Well, Donphan will get trapped, but he actually won't have two into the east. It will be very reliant in Earthquake though, through Bright Powder. Also, to kill the Dodrio with Donphan, I'm gonna have to Head Smash, which adds to the. I don't particularly want to do that. I mean, if I assume that I kill the Venusaur at high health with Vileplume, which I can probably do with Moonlight, then I will be getting guaranteed Drill Peck, which means I can go Raichu. And Raichu gets Dugtrio. Fuck. Can't kill it. What the fuck are we killing this thing with then? I mean, we could do Asphalt, but that again just the Bright Powder miss. Like, I'd want to kill this Dojo with something that's not grounded, right? All I have, though, is Swallow. A world I can get Swallow in on this guy? How much do you take from HP fighting? Should Omni Boost options be selected on the calc? What do you mean? Out of interest. It usually just auto selects whatever highest damaging move is, I thought. Right? I actually don't know why it highlights Ancient Power. I have attack, defense, and speed boost selected for my team. This is the badge boost, right? Here in the middle. I got attack from Roxanne, speed from Watson, defense from Norman. I'll get special from T and Liza. In case that's what you were thinking. Yeah. I was thinking about the fact that, like, up here it actually does highlight Ancient Power for Venu. I don't know why. I'm not sure what choose makes it do that. What on earth could you kill this Venusaur with? That, because like I could kill it with Mence or something, right? Well, ideally. But that would give me the Dougie going for Ancient Power, which sucks. Like, that seems awful. Like, I'd really like to quite limit how much this Dougie can click Ancient Power. It's not a risky AI fight, which makes things a little bit better. Not having a Magical Leaf Mon is so mean. What about Muck? What is Muck Bait? Dougie. What is... there a world that kind of like Icy Wind? Seems with like I could try to kill it with Gara. Gara would give me the Dougie, but again it's fuck. I don't think I have something in my box which cleanly. What could I beat the Dodrio with? I could do Macargo and burn it. Right? And then I can go Vile Plume again and Moonlight stall it. Gives us the Crobat, unfortunately, instead of the Dougie. But maybe on the last turn, we could pivot to something which would give us the Dougie, like in a position that we like. I quite like this, actually. Just burn the Dodrio. Go Vile Plume, Cover Stall. How many PP on Moonlight do we have? It should be 10, right? We can do that. Like, I can kill it with Vileplume, I guess. What if I kill it with Zam? Zam gets Crobat. What if I kill it with... Dude, this Dougie just fucks me up. Like, it doesn't really matter who I have it come in on. It kind of just fucks me up regardless. Well, maybe if I do Donphan, right? Right. Kill it with Donphan. Basically, it's... Then Donphan's got loads of HP to work with on the Dugtrio, and I just need to hit one Earthquake. And then it's the Crobat, and the idea with the Crobat would be that I could go back to Mag. Do it with Mag. Unfortunately, Mag risks confusion bullshit, but like, I think I've probably got time. I think this works. Yeah. Who's my... I can put... I've got Strength of Mawile, don't I? Okay. Swallow. Mawile. Fence. Vileplume. Mag. Okay. This is Burn, Swallow, and go Citrus. We don't need Silk Scarf this time. Definitely just Citrus on these two guys, right? Probably Leper on Vileplume, because I'm clicking Recover a lot. And then it's... Mag, it's definitely... I've got both Poison plus Confusion to worry about. And then Donphan is probably just Citrus. I don't think we need extra levels on him. I'm not sure how much they'd actually help. Yeah. Realistically, I don't think they would actually do anything. This Venusaur doesn't have Sleep Powder, does it? I don't need to pre-sleep anything. Okay. Aerolace. Don't need anything. Need anything. For the Boom. Right. Will-O-Wisp recover. As long as I've basically ordered, as long as I've got my baiting right, and there's no like it comes out at a time when I shouldn't, when it shouldn't, or something that I shouldn't. I actually think this is pretty safe or considered. Like, we're sort of dealing with the Venusaur in a way that mitigates focus. Dodrio is white powder, but that's fine. We're dealing with that fine. Dugtrio, we have loads of HP on Donphan, and we need like triple bright powder myth. And then the Smeargle we're dealing with. I mean, Scope Lens Crobat is a little. So that's probably where the most variance is actually on the Scope Lens Crobat, which can. Yeah. Also, if this Smeargle subs on turn 1, it's then guaranteed Baton Pass, and then it will be sat in the back of the party. I don't think it can come out until the end though, because it doesn't have an attacking move. So it shouldn't mess with them. Okay, we two-shot with Aerolace. Okay, this is now guaranteed Baton Pass, like I said. I think this just sits in the back of the party and doesn't do anything. Yeah, BP, Venusaur. Yep, this is the plan. This is always Ancient Power. So we're dealing with this with Intimidate, pivoting, right? This is always the same power. There's one overlapping roll between Sludge Bomb and Ancient Power. It would actually be kind of heat if we get that roll. But do. So Morwell and Salamence can sort of just switch on this forever, really. It'll never ever click Solar Beam because Solar Beam is a, unless it sees kill, because Solar Beam is a discouraged move on route. Even if it becomes the highest damaging move because of all this intimidates, it'll never click it. This is now -2, -3. No boosts is nice. -4. -5. Dude, Morwile is actually goated. Is it time we said that yet? Steel type Intimidator? It's crazy. I've used him on 4 fights now in Magma Hideout. Yeah, this thing's at -6 now. The idea is to just go Vile Plume and just eventually win. I say eventually, like... It's... Have I clicked any of its moves? I used Sludge Bomb on the Shiftry in the first turn. It was the first match. Yeah, fight. Yeah, right here for. Yeah, I did click Sludge Bomb with it. And it hit a 90% range, to be fair. Credit where it's due. Alright. Incredible. The crits would be really annoying. Okay, this is guaranteed kill as long as there's no focus band. Nice. This Dodrio or Drill Peck. This is again Bright Powder. It'd be really nice if we just got Flame Body instead of needing to hit a Will-O-Wisp. Oh, good. Okay. So now we can just recover stall and eventually switch to... What's the plan to switch to on, guys? Donphan. The Donphan on the turn. Yeah, this is Chestnut popping off. This is what Chestnut is fucking good at. Look, dude, Fire Rock is such a sick typing defensively in Nuzlocke. It's crazy. Like, it has so much utility. It's one of those instances of like a typing which has a couple of really, really terrible like weaknesses, but it trades that off for having loads of resistance, right? Really important, really. So it takes the fact that it's got double water resist, double water, double ground weak. But in exchange, you get such a crazy good defensive profile. I don't exactly know whether this is going to die on this turn or the next turn. How much HP does this thing has? Exactly 160, which means it's going to die at the end of this turn, taking 20 per turn, for 160 HP. Go Donphan now, not next turn. Okay, and that's Dodrio dealt with without worrying about Bright Powder. Now it's Bright Powder Dougie. We can take 3 Earthquakes. We have 3 opportunities to... Oh, it's the Smeargle. Aye, bro. This thing doesn't have an attacking move. I don't understand why this switched in. Is it what the calc... It is what the calc said. Guess I should have been aware of that. I wonder why. It's phase 2 is why. I guess it's because it shares a type with Dodrio. Yeah, that's normal type moves. No, it's phase 2. The phase 2 is when it stops calcing damage, and it starts looking for moves that share a type with the Pokemon that just fainted. So this thing has a normal type move, and Dodrio is a normal type. It's my understanding of phase 2 and Gen 3. Phase 2 is what you use to bait out Snorlax and the old Norman fight, because you kill the Espeon, which is a psychic type, with 2 things which shows 0 super effective moves on anything in the back. And because you've killed the psychic type, it looks for a psychic type move on one of the Pokemon in the back, and the Pokemon in the back that had a psychic type move with Snorlax, which has rest. Which is why this is Smeargle. So we can go Swallow. Like, all this thing can do is click Spore. Unfortunately, if I kill this with Swallow, I get the going for Ancient Power, which is what I didn't want. Do I have Lumberry on anything else out of interest? On Mag, that's good. Has to be Swallow, or it has to be Swallow then, doesn't it? Interesting. If I go Mawile and get slept by Spore, it then gets a -8 score for Spore, and it has -10 scores for Substitute and Belly Drum, so then it's forced to BP. I could then switch that turn to Donphan, right? Which gives me Dougie. I'm gonna try this. This might be really stupid, but I'm gonna try this. I could get Giga punished for this. This is Spore. I don't need more Mawile for anything else. This now can't sleep. So I'm gonna double check all the AI means. Spore is at -10. Substitute is at -10. Belly Drum is at -10. And Baton Pass is -2. This is Baton Pass, so now we go Donphan. And this gives us Dougie for phase 2. I'm the goat. Oh, that was nice. That is good AI understanding, that is. Whew. Okay, now we need to hit one of these Earthquakes, Donphan. You've got 3 opportunities. Nice. Pacifist Mawile, hell yeah. That's a lot of XP. Oh, this is now the Smeargle. We can do something similar here, actually. We can just go Mawile again, and then it'll be BP again, and then we just go hard Fargo. Right? It's the same situation. This is guaranteed Spore, and now it's guaranteed Baton Pass. This gets me into Magcargo for free. This is super abusable. Right? Yeah, really good to know for future fights. And if I have to future runs, I guess. Okay, we're now Lum. This thing is probably Confused Rank. Did we even kill? It's a range. I wonder what the right move to click is then. It's probably Will-O-Wisp. If we can burn this thing, then something else can maybe kill it. It's Scope Lens. A bit spooky. There goes my Lum. You piece of shit. Oh, Magcargo, don't do this to me, bro. Chestnut, no! That's not... Okay, this does no damage. Chestnut, please! There you go. I think this fight is pretty much Chestnut versus Bat Confusion. Dude, this must be trauma for you, I'm so sorry. Oh, what? Oh, I thought it was my heat wave for a second. Chestnut! Why am I clicking recover? I should just be clicking. Because now it's just going to confuse me again. Bad play. Yep. It's alright. This is one of those situations where you can just leave Chestnut in, and it just does not matter if it continues to get confused, because you can do nothing. Alright, let's split this XP to someone that we want to split it to. Alright, which is i.e. not more while. Probably follow. Guaranteed Spore. I wonder what it's clicking now. All of its moves are -10, so I guess it's... I don't know. Doesn't matter, because it can't do it, but would be curious to know. Okay. That's 5 down, right? Well, that was Grunt 6. Oh, that was Grunt 5. Okay. We've done 4 today. Level cap is 70, which is a bit spooky for my boy Morwell. That's for sure. 70 for Jim, yep. Which means we have all of Magma Hideout, then all of Aqua Hideout, and then Kate and Liza's Gym. So yeah, Morwell is looking a bit rough, but it's fine. I was willing to sack Morwell at some point during this hideout. That was why I didn't mind going quite high level. But now I'm getting attached to him. He's really good. So he's suddenly going from my sackable list to my must protect at all costs list. Oh, this is a 6-mon team. Gross. God, there's so much bull. Perish Song Mischievous, Quick Claw Explosion Torkoal, Focus Band Counter Aggron, Bright Powder Ampharos with Tail Glow, and Bright Powder Sand Slash. Jesus. With no Magical Leaf, I add. And this is risky AI. Holy Christ, this fight. Oh my. At least the Mischievous, we have something that outspeeds and kills. He says before he looks into Mischievous and finds nothing else kills it. You look at that. I was correct. Really? Nothing? Blaziken does outspeed. Well, he would do it in Blaze. I guess that means I'm would do it in Blaze, right? Oh no, Arcane's slow. If I go 64 chicken in Blaze, right? Is 63, right? This gives you Aggron, which isn't bad. Maybe it's at least it's not the Torkoal. Well, we have to deal with the Torkoal at some point. We'll cross that bridge. The problem is you can never bait out the Torkoal last in this fight because his jump bluff doesn't have any attacking moves. At least that's the traditional understanding. It also doesn't have any moves of the type of anything else. No normal or grass types. You can't phase 2 it either. The jump buff will always be last, which means you can never get the Torkoal last, which means you can never prevent it. Great fun. And it's also Quick Claw. Love that. Isn't that fun? We get Aggron. At least it can't Iron Tail, but it's always Earthquake. I mean, the standard play is Whiscash, right? Whiscash doesn't even two-shot with Muddy Water, with minus special attack. We could go 68, pretty much. How likely is it to counter? I think it loses the +4 special type, right? Yeah, because it's got type. Yeah. It should get this boost, right? 0.9% of a +1. It's also risky AI. It's actually a boosted risky move. Right? It's quite likely to muddy it to counter, honestly, on the switch. No, not on the first switch it shouldn't, but on the first attack it quite likely to. Go 68, we then have a really good chance. Well, we don't. We go Mystic. Then do we even need to go 67? 68, we need to go 66. I mean, the higher the level we are, the best chance we can. I mean, the more attacks we can take, right? I think it's probably 68 anyway. It gives us this guaranteed living 3 head smashes. And then we don't need the Mystic Water anyway. We can go Citrus 2. Well, I say don't need. 97.7, that's good enough for me. This thing gives you the Torkoal. At least it gives you a turn of guaranteed Solar Beam. Because you're a Whiscash. Which means you can do like a you can have one Mence pivot to reduce to get the Intimidate down. But from that point on, it's basically super high chance of exploding every single turn. It's got Earthquake from a cargo too. Oh my. I think this is the death of Seeking or something, right? Problem with Seeking is, right, is that it's dead to. I have leveled it up, right? I don't know why have I got it 48 in my calc. 68. It'd be nice if I could get him in on a guaranteed Earthquake. Then it wouldn't see kill with Solar Beam. I don't know if I can do that though. I'd love it if I could throw a Water type at this thing, which doesn't die, just like more a better matchup into Solar Beam. Don't have one. I could Zartu this. How much do you take from Heatwave though? Like probably too much, I can imagine. And also, where the fuck is my Zartu? If I go 69, for instance, and I go actually hard Zartu on the Solar Beam, I can two-shot with Psychic, and I'll live a Solar Beam into Heatwave. As long as neither crit, obviously. And like, Zartu is by far one of the worst ones in my box right now. I hate this guy. Let's actually do Zartu then. Is it accepting that Zartu's likely to die? This Torkoal usually takes a kill. But there's a decent chance we don't. It would need to quick claw on the second turn, basically. Or explode on the first turn. Anyway, it's quite hard to plan out the rest of the fight at this point because, like, the lines are going to be really messy, depending on whether it does or doesn't explode. I just need something which can deal with the Whisker, with the Ampharos always. Oh, this thing's fucking Bright Powder. Oh my. Like, Whiskash is my best mon for doing this because I didn't get a Quag. Oh, it's. If I go 65 Donphan, I'm at least faster. If this ever tail glows, I'm in trouble. You'd need to hit one of two Earthquakes. Do I have anything? Well, I've got Lantern, but I don't need damage, man. Oh. Pilliswine? I mean, you just get nuked by a Fire Punch. My Golem is actually faster than at 67. Anna does the same thing that Donphan does, whilst being slightly less valuable, but I still don't want to lose my Golem. It's gotta be Don, doesn't it? I don't see anything else. How does Muck do? Good enough. Again, if I go high enough, I do outspeed. Actually pretty decent. Needs to hit 2 gunk shots though, instead of 1 earthquake. That just worse. Yeah, I think it's got to be Donphan. Go 65 Donphan. I'll need to try and get him in on a Thunderbolt somehow. Means I should probably bring a Thunderbolt pivot of some sort. How am I dealing with this fucking Sand Slash as well? Sandveil, Bright Powder. At least there's no sand. Just Bright Powder. How does Pilliswine do? Slower. Always. Kill at 69. Well, it's not taking that much damage. I will always be slow. Pretty sackable. It's more sackable than anything else that can do anything on this fight, actually. Guy. What does Gara do? Kind of baits Ancient Powers. Don't do any damage. What does Ice Beam do? It does 2-shot. That ain't terrible. It's more consistent Ancient Powers, though. I mean, it can always Ancient Power, which is spooky. I think it is Pillow. Such a whack team. It's also giving me nothing that can bait Thunderbolt. Ampharos. That's not true. Chicken baits Thunderbolt. I don't know how I would ever get it though. Guaranteed. I just don't. I need something for the. Well, I need basically Vile Plume for the jump bluff, right? Has to be something faster than. It has to be something. It has to be a grass type. You basically just have to bring a grass type to this fight. I could bring Breloom, I guess. I just don't need to do any damage. But does decent damage. It will eventually run. Whereas, like, we'll just one-shot it with Breloom, right? It's a rain. I think we're basically about to evolve, right, in terms of XP, so we can probably just give it the level, make it guaranteed. 209 left. Yeah, we can just super just go. So Zartu was 69 for the Torkoal. Whiskash was 68. Damn, we're going really high level on some guys. Blaziken was 64. This is so spooky. Blaziken. Whiskash. Zartu. Dude, Zartu, your odds of coming out of this fight alive are fucking minimal. You're officially not in my go. You are super. Pillar somehow still isn't. And is about to be put up for review. So Chicken was 64, Whiskash was 68, Zartu was 60, Donphan was 65. God, we're putting levels. Pillar Swine was, how much was it? Was it 68? 69 on Pillar. And Valplume was 66. It's a level on everyone. Good stuff. We'll go Leper. You. Citrus on Pillow. Citrus on you. It was Lum on Zartu. Citrus on Ash. Does Whiskash need Miracle? Mystic Water? No, it didn't. Bang somebody. Itemless on Chicken. Actually, we'll go Lum. There's no downside. Set HP. Blaziken. 63, right? Body on me, body. Okay. Dude, there's so much risk in this fight. Terrible. Honestly, I think I might be sacking Zartu anyway, even if you do come out of the Torkoal alive. Depends who comes in. Who comes in on Zartu? Sand Slash. That's awkward. That is awkward. But I mean, if we're pretty low from HP Wave, putting us really low, like the chances of Ancient Powering is a bit less actually. Like it could Crush Claw or X's. Crush Claw defense drop would suck. X's crit would suck. Lum, Citrus, 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 Leper. I think this is right. This is so spooky. 65 is faster. Okay. Okay. Do I have a strength mod in my party? I feel like I don't. It's gotta be Pillar Swine then. It's gotta be for Ancient Power too. I don't think I've got anyone else I can teach it to. What does Whiskash moves again? It's Rock Slide. I don't think I've ever clicked Rock Slide with you, but I don't think I've ever clicked Ancient Power with Pillar Swine either. Pillar Swine is way more sackable. One shot. We're in the calc. Oh, this fight is spooky. Okay. Risky AI as well. We've got risky AI on the next one as well. But I think the next fight is slightly more... I say that in it. Got a Focus Band Shiftry with Explosion, a Quick Claw Golem with Quick Claw Expound, and a Bright Powder. So maybe I might take that one back. It does at least lead with a Wobbuffet, which is... Double checking this range on Blaziken. Yeah, it definitely kills. And I outspeed by 2. Okay. Mischievous is the easy part. The Mean Look Perish Song set, but we're slower when we kill. We don't need to worry about that. We're in Blaze. Blaze Kick just kills. Yeah, Protect can happen, but it's fine. Just delaying the inevitable. So this is Aggron after this, and it's Head Smash or Earthquake. It's never Iron Tail, which is kind of good. Because it does a little bit less damage, but the defense drop would suck on Whiscash. This is always Earthquake or Head Smash. No crit would be lovely. We're decently likely to get counter on the next turn. This turn. We're going to Muddy Water. We have a 97% chance to two-shot. Accuracy drop would also help. Okay, let's see the roll. That's a good roll. And the accuracy drop, that's huge. Counter. Okay, Head Smash. We're never dead to crit. Okay, Citrus. Please. I think we're dead to some crit rolls from here. 1, 3, 4. Most crit rolls. If this Focus Bands and Head Smashes. Again, it could counter, although maybe it's below the HP threshold for counter. Double check. If it's under 51%, it's quite likely to get a -1. Yeah. Although it could still risky AI, get the +2 for counter. No Focus Band, make it easy. Okay, nice. This is Solar Beam or Coal. Oh, Xatu, you're being thrown to the shredder. It'd be a lot easier if I had a Gengar. Well, not that much. Okay, you're never dead to Solar Beam into Heat Wave, assuming no crits. You outspeed and can two-shot. No crit. Yeah, max roll Heat Wave is 139. We outspeed and two-shot with Psychic. This could just explode, in which case you're dead. And it could Quick Claw explode in the following turn, in which case you're dead. It could, honestly, this thing could Quick Claw Heat Wave crit, and then we're ruined. And no Quick Claw. At least we've got the damage down. Okay. GG Xatu, thank you for coming. You were a complete piece of shit. Okay. I don't know whether this is damage overflow or not. How much did it do? Would it have done? BRB, let me check. There's some damage overflow. AI. Okay. At least I could have sworn that got some damage overflow. The air calcs the damage that it would do with the most recently used move with its painted Pokemon on the target Pokemon. I really don't understand this. Oh my god, this is just a wall of fucking text. Who's left? So if I go Pillar Swine, we get Ampharos. What about Donphan? Donphan gives us Ampharos. So if it isn't damage overflow stuff, I want to go Donphan. Give me the Amphi. Because you're who you're supposed to be beating anyway. Nice. Okay, perfect. We outspeed this thing and one-shot Bright Powder. We basically have 2 opportunities to hit this. If we miss the first one, then we're sweating. If we miss the second, then Donphan is dead. Come on, Donphan, block in. Nice. Okay. Whew. First bit of variance behind us. This Jumpluff just came out before. Why? Really? Phase 2. I don't understand. My understanding was that this could never come out early. If I'd known. To be honest though, like, yeah. I don't think you can ever get it out. Oh, it's because Torkoal had Solar Beam? Is that the question? No, This thing doesn't have any attacking moves, right? It has Leech Seed, Substitute, Protect, Sleep Powder. So the idea is you just go to Victory Bell and eventually win. I think we might have to do up here, depending. Okay, it didn't powder that turn. What's my highest damaging move? Is it Powder Dance or Weather Ball? Sludge Bomb. I think we went Leopard, didn't we? Why didn't we go Lum? Any reason for that? Any reason you're just gonna click Protect over and over again, jump off? That's a double Protect, right? Okay. Yeah, we're basically just PP stalling at this point. We basically always want to click Weather Ball on a substitute. But if it's not got a substitute up, we need to click Sludge. Dude, this thing has not missed a single Sleep Powder. Bro, it's not missed a single one. And again, my god. There you go. This is the Sand Slash. This thing has... I think the optimal play is just to stay in, right? The outspeed and can kill. This thing can't kill us with crit. Honestly, yeah, we definitely stay in. Unlucky. Now what do we do? We're dead to crit. Dead to Bright Powder crit. Foul Plume is way more valuable. We definitely go Pearless Wine. And we're never dead to crit. Good AP. Don't boost. Nice, we hit. Okay, GG. Honestly, Xatu death is fine. This shit will happen. Alright, thanks for coming, Xatu. You were dreadful. Alright. 7. Oh, Jesus Christ. Focus Band, Explosion, Sword Stance, Shift Ring. Bright Powder, Sword Stance, Gligar. Quick Claw, Explosion, Earthquake, Head Smash. And Quick Claw, Explode with perfect coverage. Fuck. Okay. What the helly? So we have a number of options for the Wobbuffet lead, which we should consider exploring how each of them will end up working. So we can do any of... Does this thing have Destiny Bond? It does. In that case, we should basically only do the Toxicas. Is Muck or Enzel. I think... Do we have Toxic on Quillfish? I think we do, right? So we could do any of these guys. Muck and Quillfish will both give you Magma. I'm sorry, Quillfish or Tenta will give you Magma. Muck gives you Gligar. Assume Muck is Gligar. You could bait it into guaranteed Earthquaking. Does Gyro Ice Beam kill? Something tells me it doesn't. It's close. Right, it doesn't. I'm gonna need something for this at some point. If I can not come in on Earthquake if possible, then I'd rather do that. So what about Quillfish? You get the Magma, which is... You are unfortunately slower than this Magma. This Thunder Punch too. Is this high? This is risky AI, yeah. My Tenta's faster. Definitely Tenta then, right? 97.7% chance to a KO. And you take like no damage from Thunder Punch and Cross Chop. So you just got like Lum, right? And then 2-shot. I mean, this does start the fight off really nicely. Does this not just then give you Gligar anyway? And it does. Sort of hasn't fixed the position at all, has it? I mean, you could stay in an Ice Beam. Losing Tenta to that would suck. Tenta at least does give you for this 2-for-1, so it is for that reason probably better. But it does sound like we have to deal with a Gligar where we're coming in on Earthquake. It should nearly always be in range, right? Because this Magmar should be going for Thunder Punch. Enter goated enough to tank Destiny. Yeah, my boy Tenta doesn't have a problem with this shit. Oh, Earthquake. What do we do? Like, Gyarados makes the most sense, right? You do have a couple of turns. The problem is that this Ice Beam is so rangy. Right? Don't even get any better with 69. We don't have never. Do we have Never Melt Ice? We might do, actually. Where is the Never Melt Ice? Sure, you get it. Game. Is it in Shoal Cave? No. Yeah, that's just so rangy. I mean, the next best thing is Dugong, right? I could go like 66. Means it's got like a super low chance of like double critting me and killing. So I'd have a few opportunities to hit that Ice Beam. Yo, Alex. Good to see you, mate. Are you doing Red Bull Faster Prac, or are you full focus on Benelux? It's a bit of an awkward clash for someone like you, innit? Because you've got that Benelux that you want to do, but like 2 weeks is just not the time to be able to do both, really. I mean, maybe you'll be able to lock in a top 100 without exorbitant amounts of time. Oh, this fucking. Say we do kill it with Dugong and we get out of it okay. This is the Golem. Golem. What do you do on this? Like, actually, what do you do? You could do Breloom. You're dead to Quick Claw Explosion. Isn't that unlikely? It's also, like, now that I have a Vileplume, like, it's not that important of a mon. It's probably my best bet. Dude, this thing packs me up. Like, what the fuck is this color coding? This is the kind of color coding that gives you nightmares, man. Gotta be Breloom. Like, everything else is just Quick Claw Explosion as well, anyway. Or Quick Claw Head Smash, and then it's not even dead. Gotta be Breloom, doesn't it? If we go like 68, we're most likely like not dead to Quick Claw crit. Well, we're not dead to Quick Claw non-crit. It chooses not good. We at least kill with Giga Drain. Gives us the Explode at least, which is good, right? Because then when the Shiftry comes in, it can't. Although this Explode is also a demon. There's only so much it's better. What's it going for? I'm probably at full HP, right? There and thereabouts. Because I've Giga Drained. There's probably Overheat, maybe Ice Beam. How much do I heal from Giga Drain? I heal loads. There should be. Yeah. I should be out of Hyper Voice range. Probably even an Ice Beam range. Depending on whether I get Quick Clawed. There's almost certainly overheat. It gives me more things I can do. This one, we've killed the golem and we have just the explode going for overheat. The thing, the problem is it's quick ball. How does Mag do? Pretty good actually. Is it not just like Mag and recover and then Will-O-Wisp it? Probably is, right? And then the shift can't explode then, because it can't last. Although it can still swords dance, so I need to respect it. It outspeeds everything. I've got. How does Volplum do regardless? Pretty okay. Get the weather ball. Maybe it's Arcanine. Dude, Shadow Ball Brick Break is such awkward coverage. How does like Donphan do? Donphan's pretty good. Probably worth having as the back and try and beat it with something else. Is it maybe Mence? It's probably Mence because I can drop an Intimidate. And then if I get Focus Banded, just go Donphan and try and pick it off with Ice Shards at that point. Okay, so it's Whiscash on the Wobbuffet. Chain that, get Magmar. Kill this too. I'll need Lum for the Thunder Punch. This is Gligar. Gligar on Dugong is a little speedy. I should probably go 66. Give my best off the best shot. But this should then give me Golem. You go Hard Breloom. It needs to be, was it 68? Kill that. Gives you Explode. Go Macargo 1v1. And then it's Mence plus Donphan. Checking. Who's this geezer? Browse. Yeah, 36k viewers at the moment. And only 3k are on virtual. Crazy. Who's this top guy? 23.8. Papa Platt? Adverts. How is he playing? I'm sorry, I've just like fucking opened this stream. What is he doing with his hands? That keyboard? Why has he got his hands like that? Sorry, I'm just having to deal with a MacBook ad right now. One sec. And then I'm gonna pull it up. Bro, why is he using his keyboard like that? Is that how normal people play with a keyboard? Because I don't play with my keyboard like that. Also, who's Basti? $2.4 million followers. Jesus Christ. Guys, these guys suck ass. Yeah, what is this grip? He does look like an XQC though. It's actually kind of embarrassing how much he's copying him. And Yeah, to be honest, my keybinds are worse than Hendo's. I can't even question Hendo's. I think Hendo's are logical, bro. Like, the amount of flame Hendo gets for his keybinds is crazy. When people like me exist, like, I don't get it. I'm so much worse. Yeah, you're not. Yours are normal. Yours are what I want to switch to, but I don't have the. I just don't have the desire within me to. Excel on left hand is a bit tricky, I have to say. Are you playing on 10 kilos? Or like whatever those tiny keyboards are which don't have arrow keys? Is that how you play? Yeah, 60%. Are they the ones that don't have arrows? I've got like a 70 or something. 70%? Most arrows. Yeah, some don't actually have them, do you? The yeah. I assume you have the reason why I don't like keyboard like this is I'd be really my shoulders would be so tight together, you know what I mean? It's one thing I actually really like about the Uwu that I use above anything is the fact that I can have a really wide stance, right? Like I can have my Uwu placed so far off to the right over here and have like really wide shoulders as opposed to like having my elbows tucked into play like this. It's way too many buttons. You're mate. Way too many. Okay. People Jelly. 65 is fine on People Jelly. I mean, I would never encourage someone to get a new Woo unless if you're someone like me needs it. I think it's a great thing for someone like him. Also, banger, can I just say? Not because the lyrics are any good, or like it's a good song or anything, but like the bass line is hitting right. What was it? 66 on Dugong. And 68 on Brilliant. You sit low in the chair. You play TM. Arms up on keyboard like yeah, exactly. That's what I couldn't. I don't think I'd be able to. Whereas I can full on man spread with my arms on my key on my desk, right? With like full wide shoulders back ish. I still have a bad gamer posture, but also I think it helps. Like I can have the uwu quite far away from the edge of my desk, if you know what I mean. Which means like you sit really low. I'm pretty high. Yeah. Desk at nipple height. That's crazy. What are you doing? How do you do that? Bro? I think I have my belly button at my desk height. Sit with your feet up. I often sit with one of my legs underneath, one of my feet underneath my other leg. Like currently my left leg is tucked up, and I'm basically sat on my left leg. I sometimes play like that. Don't think I need any other. Sorry. Mag is good. Oh, Breloom is 68, right? I should need to give them the rare candies. I did it in my calc, but on. Breloom, you're kind of at risk in this fight, buddy. Just citruses down the line, I think, for the most part. Like, so I don't really play controller games. Well, sometimes I've played a bit of like, not actually really many, because like the few games I do play, which I guess use controllers, are on Switch, right? And I mostly play handhold on my Switch, and so therefore the fucking thing is in my hand, right? But like I'm fully I have to lean forward whilst I've got a controller in my hand. I can't like lean back. If I lean back, sort of don't focus when I play, I guess is what. Well, like I'm not really locked in. And I have to lock in when I play a video game. That's what's the point, you know? If you're not winning, then you're gonna have fun if you're not winning? No. It's all about winning. Alright. I think have I got strength on this team now? I feel like I once again don't have strength on guys. I guess I can put it on Mint and fight. Right. Of the aerial ace. I don't need aerial ace. I think it learns it. Dude, I find sitting at different... Every single LAN I've been to, and I've had to sit at a different desk with a different computer, I've gotten so uncomfortable. I really don't like it. Yeah, I can. Bro, when on the few holidays we've been on to like Spain and the Balearics and anywhere in the fucking I can't remember the name of it. Iberia, right? The geckos are so cute, man. I love seeing geckos going about. I don't know if like locals like them as much as we do, but they're so cute. I can see how like they stop being a novelty when you live there long enough, and they might be like, ugh, the gecko. Man, like the little lizards are so... I think I've got everything I need, right? Gecko, yeah. If the choice is a gecko or a spider, and if you're choosing spider, you're... Yeah, I can imagine. Probably harder to catch them. I don't know if they'd be more or less scary to catch. Ah, but spiders do that too, don't they? They kind of have a lot in common with spiders on that one. Yeah, same job, same job. Are they chill to hot? I don't know, I'd be more afraid of hurting one. Like, I don't care about killing a spider because I'm a terrible person. But I'm not quite terrible enough to not care about hurting a gecko. Right? Like, I'd feel terrible if I hurt a gecko. Only because, again, like I said, they're cute, right? I just love the way they scuttle. I am convinced I've done something wrong on this fight. Oh. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you both said the same thing at the same time, right? One of you said it as a statement and the other one of you asked it as a question. Alright, we just spam Toxic and wait for this thing to die. Oh, that's smoking. Who has the time? Okay, go. This is Magma for Thunder Punch and type. Right, we outspeed this and we two-shot. What's the range again? Our range on this is 97.7% with Surf. We're Lum in case of Thunder Punch Power. This is Scope Line. Kind of a low roll. Solar Beam is less damage. At least good. In case we missed this roll. I think we did roll quite low. Yeah, we did. There. We missed a 97.7. Crazy. No crits though. So this actually is pretty good for us. This does mean guaranteed Earthquake on Switch. Right. Which maybe is better, I think. Instead of Swords Dance. Like, Swords Dance on Switch would be catastrophic. Okay, just don't crit, please. This is Bright Powder, this Gligar. That's a really low roll. 62. Mid roll. Okay. We outspeed. Please just hit. Hit, just hit, just hit. Nice. Okay. This is really good because this is now Golem and it should see kill with Head Smash. Yep, which means it can't explode. However, it can absolutely explode on the following turn. Okay, we want to see no crit. Breloom, I'm kind of attracted to you. I'm kind of attached to you, my buddy. Please don't crit. Nice. Okay, now if you Quick Claw, just don't explode. This is a risky AI trainer. Just don't Quick Claw Explosion. Or Quick Claw Crit. Quick Claw Crit would be. Come on, Breloom. Don't crit, don't crit, don't crit. That was Quick Claw. That was Quick Claw. Breloom. Thank God for you, man. Huge HP recovery. I think that's healed us out of Ice Beam range even. Yeah, always out of Ice Beam range. This is guaranteed Overheat. Not that it matters, both are pretty low damage on Mag. I think Ice Beam is even less though, right? It's about the same. Okay, this is Solar Beam or Hyper Voice. Solar Beam AI. Drop a Will-O-Wisp. No, let's drop a Recover first. Right, Solar Beam is more damage, but it's not guaranteed. This is Quick Claw, but we'll just never see it because it's faster than this anyway. Yep, there's the Hyper Voice. Unfortunately, this can drop defense. Cargo, this is the second time you've done that. Get a grip. Okay. The more times you do this, the more times you stack up the chance of Hyper Voice defense drop. Cannot be doing this. Also, the chances of Solar Beam crits killing. We're dead to 4 Solar Beam crits. Again, this is Solar Beam or Overheat. This Overheat is now more damage than... No, it's Solar Beam, Ice Beam, or Overheat. Super can't pivot, then can we? Yeah. I mean, Tenta kinda. Don't crit. There's 4 crit rolls that kill. Don't crit. Nice. Okay, now we can stay out of crit range. Recovers. I think we have enough recovers. 7 more. Should be. Okay, now we're safe, pretty much. It's only double crit. Eventually, crit kills us. Crit into crit. Alright. Can't freeze, sun is up. Just a couple more turns. Wonder whether the best play is to just stay in with a cargo on the Shiftry. Not like it can. It kind of can do a bit of damage to us. I think it's pretty worth switching. Either Brick Break or Swords Dance on the Switch. Both of which Mence is a good switch into for, right? Okay. This is Brick Break or Swords Dance. Mence. Ideally Brick Break. Risky AI, so probably Sword. Although that's not a boosted move in Risky AI, actually. Okay, this is +1 on Mence. Shadow Ball does 35% max, so crit is 70. We can just stay in and try an air/kill. It's Focus Band. +3. This is mildly spooky. Nice, no focus. And Mence is 66. Front number 7, done. Only 9 more to go. Oh god, man, when does it end? Yeah, this is a relatively tame one. There is only Bright Powder Altaria, and everything else is just pretty much just clean fight. There's Scope Lens Gengar, Scope Lens Zam, Kingstroke Typhlosion, but like we're not that scared. It's Spore, Tailglow, Substitute, Baton Pass. Like it's not even Bright Powder, so we can just outspeed kill, right? Something. We have lots of options. Let's start with Blaziken. Sky Uppercut should kill. Life. We outspeed. We won't kill though. This Earthquake or Heat Wave, which is a bit lame. How would I even want to kill this? What about Swallow as a lead? Swallow gives me Vile Plume, which probably does outspeed. No, speed. How much can we swallow through this? And kill this. Kill this goal. Vile Plume. Kill that too. It's Typh. You can kill that. Kill that. Altaria. Bright Powder, and this is you exit the cockpit. Take 4 mons. So as long as we can XP dump, then this shouldn't be. In terms of XP management. It'll be kind of random move, except never Solar Beam. Honestly, this Altaria is definitely the scariest thing of the fight. Draco is a little sticky because it is a lot of damage. Maybe Walrein. We'd just be dead to like Bright Powder into Solar Beam crit. I mean, this thing is just pretty nasty, all things considered, right? Maybe Chaos Form does pretty well once you're not getting Draco, but I don't think you can avoid getting Draco. I mean, Tenta. How's Tenta? Surely Tenta's. Dude, Tenta eats this fucking breakfast. What is this? Unfortunately, it's still Bright Powder. And I actually don't do that much. I mean, I can put Ice Beam. It's a bit rangy. But at that point, we can then probably just come in and if like we get an Ice Beam down at some point, then we can go to something with a guaranteed hit move. Kill? Or would that even be there? And maybe. That actually doesn't Solar Beam crit. Shockwave does. I assume Raichu's dead to Draco crit. Only sometimes. Would kill with Shockwave. What about Castle? I mean, Castle doesn't have a guaranteed move. What about any aerial aces? so much. I mean, can't do Mence, right? Because of Draco. Surprisingly few mons on Aerial Ace. What about Hitmonlee? I assume you don't. I mean, we'll start with Tenta, right? Push it on Tenta, it could be Solar Beam. That's a problem. Solar Beam or Draco. How does Muck do? Minus Spadef. Sag. What about Vileplume? I mean, Vileplume could get me a Flamethrower. Right? Which could then... Which can then give me a switch to something which can kill. Right? Like Raichu can take a Flamethrower and kill with Shockwave. That range. Assuming I've hit an Ice Beam. Then it's just the Gengar. Which is no joke, actually. Fire Punch on my Raichu. Well, I mean, we just go Zam, right? And we're never dead to crit. We just kill with Psychic. Then we can XP dump. Alright, Swallow. Time to pop off, buddy. Enter Vileplume, Raichu. And then why not, right? Okay. So I need my Silk Scarf. You. Earn you. Do I have a Strengther on this team? I feel like I don't. Again, do I? I don't. I don't think I've got anyone I can actually give it to either. I need a different XP dump. What about Seeking as the jump? Do you even learn Strength? I could do Primeape, I guess. I can't actually teach. No, I could teach it over Brick Break. Yeah, and Seeking doesn't learn Strength anyway. I guess it's Primeape then? Yeah. We can always teach Brick Break back. Okay. This is my calc. Where's my Primeape? So I know I don't have it. Okay. So it's Lum on Zam. Raichu was Lum as well, right? Vileplume is Citrus. Enter was Citrus, right? Or pre-sleep. It makes things a bit cleaner. I think we can get Flamethrower burned otherwise, and I kind of want the Citrus. Okay. We need Ice Beam over Sludge Bomb. Don't forget that part as well, Miles. Okay, put that in the calc too. Yeah, Ice Beam is a really bad range to kill, but we just need to hit once and then we can finish off with it. Okay. Double checking all my swallow ranges and the baiting as well. Burn swallow. Grunt speeds kills the skull. Gives us vile plume. Outspeed that. Kill. Gives us the Typhlosion. Outspeed that. Kill. Speed that. Kill. And exit the vehicle. Alright. Swallow time, baby. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum. Bum. Bum. Okay. That person there. Item. Sick. Alright. It should be forward. Double checking the Gengar on Zap. Well, it's scope lens, but we never did the fire punch crit. And with Lum, right? Not speed kill. Okay. So the only bright powder is the Altaria. Everything else is, yeah, no focus band, no bright powder. Which means we can unloose the goose. The goose being a swallow. I think we can just both facade and air release and air/kill here, right? So we'll just click facade. Okay. Rife. They look like a bearded guy in a beanie. I know exactly the kind of person that, like, you're sort of referencing with that as well. I can picture it in my head. Tough game. Okay. So, bright powder, which means we have to switch. This is flamethrower, ice beam, or Draco. Penta eats this guy for breakfast. Unfortunately, yeah, it struggles to do quite so much damage back. Ice beam, what is the range exactly? 12.5% to kill. There's the flamethrower I wanted to dodge a burn from. This thing's Draco does 22 to 26%. This Tenta is once again here to tell you that this Tenta is a mob. Okay, no miss. Okay. This thing's gonna kill itself from Draco recoil, which means it's gonna be Gengar on my Tenta with a Thunderbolt. But like, Sam lives Thunderbolt, crit, and yeah, we're long. Scope lens, so expect a crit. Nope. I'm a kill. That was a nice break. A nice chill fight. I can assure you that the next one is indeed not a nice. Do we have any escape ropes? I'd love to use Might go buy some more. They don't sell them here? Cringe. Lotto? Do we win? Never do. Escape ropes. There you go. We're starting to get so deep into Magma Hideout that I kind of don't want to have to run every single time on the way out. Alright. Okay. Grunt number 9. Yep, so we're back to previous problems. Oh, grunt number 10 looks problematic. Jesus. Okay, grunt number 9. Quick Claw Octillery with Bout and Fire Blast and Ice Beam and HP 11. Awful. Focus Band Glalie, but at least no explosion. Quick Claw Ludicolo, but kind of gimped coverage. Then a Bright Powder Dragon Dance Charizard, which we're gonna have to throw Salamence at again. Oh, monk. Alright. There's also a Walrein with pretty nothing burger set. And then the world's easiest Quagsire with 0 coverage. Well, it's got coverage, it just doesn't do anything. Nothing scary about it. Except this Octillery, man. What are you doing on this? Quick Claw. Oh, dude, it hits so hard with Fire Blast even. Man, that is not a stab. What does Lantern do? Surely pretty good, right? Quick Claw, I don't need to worry about shockwaving. Yeah, I mean, this is like always Lantern, right? Worst case, I come out with like 50% health, probably. Oh, it's immediately Charizard. As long as we're in range of Earthquake, which we cannot guarantee. Oh, geez. Oh, that is really spooky, isn't it? How do we guarantee that we're in range of Earthquake? Oh, because this Octillery could like Fire Blast, Mist, and all sorts of shit. Oh my. What if it DDs on the switch to Mence, but then slower? I mean, Rock Slide at that point is like same damage wave. It's only 50% to click it. What's its chance of clicking Dragon Dance when it's faster than? I'm pretty sure it gets like minus score for that or something. No, it only gets the plus score if it is faster. If it's slower, it only gets a plus. What this sort of means is that it's just +0 on Lantern, for instance. If Earthquake sees kill, it'll never go for it. If Earthquake doesn't see kill, then it's 50-50. I mean, Mence, it's so spooky. If it's Bright Powder. Earthquake, Rock Slide, Heat Wave is crazy coverage too. I mean, I've got nothing that takes that coverage, do I? I mean, Whiskash, right? Whiskash takes it really comfortably. And then kills the Rock Slide. It's maybe better. Right? It just gets a bit spookier if I miss the first one. Let's assume we'll do Whiskash. Thank God we kept Rock Slide. You Ludi, right? Yeah. That's Solar Beam, yeah, perfect. This thing's Quick Claw though. Seems awful. How does Muck do? Probably really well, right? Yeah, we just kill. Yeah, just Muck. Gives us Lele. Going for Earthquake. Oh, it's focus. Seems really fast. Plus speed is why. It's also got Giga buff stats, it's worth remembering. I mean, Gyarados has a decent matchup into this. It will just bait Ice Beams though, which is ideal. Focus Band is so annoying. Like everything that's faster than it and kills it is just dead to crit, right? Groudon does pretty well. Don't kill it though. What Blastoise? Terrible. No. My Walrein absolutely cooks this guy. What the fuck? Okay. So if I get an Intimidate on it, something with either like Gyarados or Mence, right? And then I go Walrein. Walrein will always be baiting Heat Wave with, which means I can just Encore it into Weather Ball Fire. Then try and kill it with something which like doesn't give a rat's ass about hit Weather Ball. Like go to like Cast Form. My only fire type which does actually outspeed. Right. This gives me no mons remaining to deal with. Both the Quag and the Walrein. I don't really have and beat the Walrein with my own Walrein kind. Yeah, not really. Nah, I can't really do this line. Like, I then don't. I need like a grass type for the Quag, right? Which means basically means Victory Bell. Victory Bell, do you actually kill the Walrein too? I need to go 68. My Breloom is too slow. Oh, at 70, my Breloom would. Oh, yeah, actually even kill, man. Breloom, what are you doing? You have 130 base attack. Why don't you kill this Walrein? I guess it's plus defense. That's a bit embarrassing for you. Like, I am embarrassed on your behalf. I can probably go 68 Vileplume. I mean, I need to be pretty high level on him for the maxi fight, right? I'm just a little concerned about not having very much speed left on him when I've got all of Aqua Hideout to do. I mean, Chicken can beat him. I would need to go 5 on Chicken. I'll go 67. Can be using for the Glalie as well. Wait, no, it's focus band. Piece of shit. We do chicken. I've completely lost track of this fight. Gas form. I need an answer to the Glalie, right? Bring in on Earthquake. Right? Checking. Lantern on the disc is Charizard. We go Whiskash, beat that. Get Ludicolo, go Mark. Is this Glalie? Earthquake, yeah. The problem with my Intimidate is they just don't actually like contribute for the rest of the fight. I can technically get ice shot out of it if I did Salamence, but again, ideal. Right, like Salamence can come in. Well, I'd have to be a little damaged. I don't even have a way of really beating this without, like, regardless of focus band risking, like, just straight up just risking. I feel like I don't have anything. I mean, Gyarados is good into this. Wanted. Is you Ice Beam. You then do like Cast Form. I mean, this then leaves me the problem of like needing to beat both the Wolverine and the Quag with like one Mon basically. None of these guys beat either of them, which would be mean Breloom at precisely level 70, but you still don't actually kill the Ice Beam. And Quag also, we just don't have an answer to go anything for this in the team either. I mean, Vileplume does handle both. If I go 68, right? With Miracle Seed. I'm basically going to risk Focus Band crit on my cast form. Current idea. But I think I've got a way around that. I mean, I could. Fucking hate Focus Band. I mean, what's it then? Who actually do I get? I get the Wolverine. Is it going for Earthquake? Earthquake or Surf, yeah. So then I can go Whirlplume. I actually need to go get the Miracle Seed. I don't have it yet. Each cut to Absol or something. Okay. This is as good as I'm gonna get. Alright. Swallow. Absol. I haven't used this item in this game. Miracle Seed. Great ball. Okay. So the team. Lantern. Whiskash. Whiskash? Whiskash. Muck. Gara. This is an ass team. This is not one of my best preps. The Whirlplume had to be 67, didn't get it. Gives it one range, not kill. Has to go 8. This is unideal. We'll make it work though. We'll make it work. Oh my god, I'm so high leveled on everything. Oh Jesus. Citrus. I think Muck was Lum, right? Whiskash. Care about this? Free sleep, right? Just something like that. And then, am I really staying 64 on Lantern? I guess I don't really need any higher, do I? Citrus Thunderbolt. I guess there's a slight argument to pre-sleeping, just because if it Quick Claw Fire Blast Burn or something. I don't know. There are multiple ways in which this is bad. Oh, not Citrus. Yeah, Miracle Seed. I do have strength, right? I've got it on Gara. Okay. Okay. So Whiskash, I need you to hold. Astorm, I need you to hold. Other than that, we're probably okay. Only 2 mons there. It's only 2 out of 5 that we need to have hold. 40%, we take that. Alright. Send the ship. Charizard, play ball. Do they look bearded? Checking. Yeah, I can see it. It's the shadow under the neck, right? I can see it. It's almost like neck beard. Yeah. Alright, Thunderbolt was never going to kill unless I crit. But like, this thing kind of can't do much to me. And no Quick Claw. On the overworlds, right? I think in the in-game, the battle sprite looks like it too. Game. It's fine. Just don't crit, please. Okay. Please no Quick Claw. Just for the culture. No Quick Claw. Alright. Charizard, and it can Super Dragon Dance because we're really high. There's an argument to staying in, but like we don't kill with Thunderbolt anyway. So I don't know who is making the argument. Whoever they are is wrong. I think you just go special phase. Alright, Whiskash, hold, buddy. If you don't hold, we're kind of in trouble. Okay. This doesn't change much because at the moment Heat Wave is still highest damaging move. Okay. Nice. No Bright Powder. Yeah, this is the Booty? Yeah, the Solar Beam. Okay, we go Muck. Just nuke it with a Gunk shot. Can't really touch Muck. What IM is it? Cool. Probably could have used Tenta for this as well. But I probably would have taken a hell of a lot more from Solar Beam. Gunk it. What an emote. What an emote. Shame we didn't get Guardy this run, huh? Yeah, this is EQ. Yeah, this is now the second time we need someone to hold. Cast Form. You're up. Drop an Intimidate, make it slightly safer. It's a Focus Bands. This is now Ice Beam. Okay. We kill with Weather Ball, but this is Focus Band and it does have Earthquake. We're dead to Focus Band crit. What are you gonna do? I think we've got that one in the... It's like Eek or something, right? Yeah. Yeah, go it emote, go it emote. Cool, should be safe at this point, right? This is now Surf or Earthquake. Another Ice Beam. Hard. Or Rain. Hard, fucking Vileplume. I did go Miracle Seed, right? Please tell me I did. Is left another Quagsara's Lum. Just a bit of a sweep at this point, isn't it? Just do a bit of sweeping, innit? It's not too bad XP. Although this is about to be a hell of a lot more. Maybe the optimal play was to like do like one Gyarados pivot or something to split the XP, I don't know. Kind of risks AP boosts at that point, but I think even fine, right? You super nuke it, still faster. Definitely the optimal. Although Gyarados is also really high XP, to be fair. You could split it with Muck. There's no one you could really split it with. That would actually appreciate the XP. Alright, well I think we'll try and do one more fight. This next one does look a bit Bunker S. It is double choice band explosion, no other move. Yeah, that's fun. But everything else is actually pretty straightforward. There's like, the only hacks item is like Dodrio Scope Lens. Electric Blaziken Marowak, we can handle this. I think the idea will be to try to bait the Shifter and the Solrock out whilst we already have something which out. I'd rather not try and just send like Golem at it and hope. I think Golem's the only one who does have a chance of living. Even he doesn't. But really. Yeah, Rally still dies. I mean, I could give him a couple levels and he wouldn't die to like most of the time. Hack dies, right? Yeah, minus defense. Yeah, so ideally we'll try and hopefully bait something out. We show a kill. We have loads of options for this fight though, because I don't think it's that bad. Let's assume like maybe an arc lead gives us. This actually gives us the Shifter. Seems bad. Is it outspeed? Right. And just maybe not do an Arcanine lead. About Walrein. I mean, Walrein and Dugong are both fine. Walrein's lower level, so let's do this. Gives us Manectric. Be always Thunderbolt, right? It could be Light. We can pre-damage. Make it not be. Bum 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 bum. We could do Cast Form, but Cast Form would just give us the. Cast Form gives us the Blaziken. I mean, Cast Form's quite high leveled. Anything else I can do? On the Manectric. Bum 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 bum. I'd love to fast kill it because of Light Screen. Maybe Cast Form is the best play. I feel like pre-sleep. Doggle. Never did to Thunderbolt. Gives you Blaziken or Blaziken or Brick Break. I mean, Gara is not great. Sam can't kill an object. Neither can hit one Lee. What does Mence do? Mence can always come on this. What does Mence give you? Shiftery, that's no good. What Tenta? Shiftery. Zam give you Shiftery. This Shiftery is a bit ass, isn't it? Keeps wanting to come out. I mean, good for him and all, but it's not the time, you know? What does Vileplume give you? Gives you Manectric. We can follow this line. It's kind of going to be the same problem though, right? I mean, it's going for Overheat, right? Same sitch. It's slightly better because we don't need as much pre-damage. I mean, it's XP on Vileplume is the problem. Right. Not that Cast Form is much better for that. What does Chicken give you? Dodrio. That's a different line. Let's follow that one. Actually chain the Dodrio. Then it's the Manectric. I mean, this is the same problem, isn't it? Gives you... Wait, do we not chain the Manectric as well? Yeah, we do. Dude, Blaziken's a monster. What the fuck? Wait, no. We're slower than the Manectric. But we're faster than the Dodrio? I guess it's minus speed. And we're dead to Thunderbolt crit. Plus it'll be potential light screen. I mean, again, we can get it to... pre-damaging. At least this is one more mon that is down. But it's still going to give us the same problem where I'm not actually sure we have to kill this. We don't end up with that and the alive coming in. Fuck Golem. We're coming in on Thunderbolt and this, right? Golem gives you Blaziken. Right? Should be. You can maybe do something with this. Follow this. There might end up being light screen. We need to consider. But like, let's kill this with Golem. And get the Blaziken. This has Solar Beam, which we can kind of control. We can then maybe kill it with Mence. We want to kill it with something which baits out. I mean, the Shiftry is always going to come in before the Soul Rock, right? This is the problem. This is actually universally true. Like all my mons, is anything bait out? It should always be the Shiftry first, which we don't have anything which outspeeds and kills. And then we basically have to tank 2 explosions at that point. Right? Oh, Jesus Christ. We just have to dodge 2 explosion crits. That just sucks, no? There's no... I don't see a way to do this differently, right? Other than, like, having the Shiftry be earlier, then at least... then we could get the Soul Rock coming out on something like what outspeeds and kills the Soul Rock. It's Vileplume and that's it. My Vileplume doesn't really kill anything. Really? Nothing else outspeeds kills this thing? I mean, Seeking. Really? I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? No Ghost type. There's none of my Dark types hard enough. So... I guess we need to throw a couple things to... Dude, this is where having a Ghost type would save me, like, risking double crit, 2 crits. This is so lame. We have to throw something at the Shiftry and then something at the Soul Rock, and the Soul Rock, like, will crit kill everything. I mean, it's got to be more... One of them's got to be Morwell, right? And the other one's got to be Macago, probably. Most sackable, too. Never Rally. Maybe Golem. I mean, Golem I can take high enough to the point where, like... Oh no, Golem, I'm using you already. Can't be Golem. I thought for a second then you could maybe do something. You can't do anything with fly because the shifty does feed you. I just have to risk 2 things to explosions, and I guess it's more while and mag. Right. At least neither are scope lens. Yeah. Like a 10% chance just to lose 1. Post on our Discord. Holy, loads of messages. Alright. What is it? It's chicken through the Marowak and the Dodrio, right? This gives us the Manectric, the Thunderbolt, we go Golem, kill this with Earthquake, gives us Blaziken, Solar Beam, go Fence, go with Brick Aerial Ace. And then it's just Shiftery, and we kind of have to send more Wild and Mag to the Meat Grinder, right? We can at least expedite this fight, I guess. Woo! Is that really it? I mean, like, it's Reli, Kabu, Gyarados sometimes, right? Well, most of the time. Golem, but I'm already using Golem and he's less sackable. Yeah, it's gotta be. I really don't want to lose Mag. More while, like, is a bit sad because I've grown attached to him, but like Mag, like I kind of feel like I need him for the rest of the hideout. I need is a strong word, but he'd be really good to have. Alright, chicken, golem, fence gets us through the first ones, and then it's more well Mag, right? Oh boys, I don't want to lose you, but gotta throw you to the grinder, I guess. Okay, we pre-damage chicken. Be dead to Thunderbolt at level 64, right? That's 96 HP. Go charcoal. And citrus golem. We'll go Lament. Then what are we gonna give these guys to as? I'm gonna give them to hold as good luck. I guess amulet coin. And heart scale, I guess. You've got it, boys. Lock in. Double checking the Blaziken. I guess it's triple checking at this point. Charcoal does it, and goes the Dodrio. This Dodrio is so slow, man. Okay, yeah, that yawn tells me what I need to know. That this is the last fight. Okay. No bullshit items on this. There's no bullshit items at all, actually. Scope lens Dodrio, but we just kill it. Or it can attack. Ba-dum. Honestly, We're 10 grunts in out of 16. 1 death. We're doing pretty well for ourselves, honestly. And it was only a Zartu. Easily bottom 5 mon box. Jesus. I didn't read it. Okay, well, we're going in. I genuinely thought I'd already fought that one. Okay. No time to think. Going in. This is the thick Club Marowak, which can be spooky, but in the sun, Chicken is a monster. Eat Blaze Kick. Nice crit, wasn't needed, but appreciated nonetheless. Dodrio. We outspeed this and kill it 2. See, this is a base 80 mon outspeeding a base 1 by a sizable mon. However, the next mon is base 105 and it outspeed us. That may have pre-damaged, right? 96, minimum roll. Thunderbolt. Overheat. Never did to crit. Okay. 125. Is that out of Sky Uppercut range? Could be, right? Or Brick Break even. Yeah, you'd be. Yeah, this is just immense. This thing is like pretty nothing burger, this chicken. Could be Soul Beam, quite effective, so it's indeed actually. We just outspeed and kill. Damn, I didn't even check, but this air slash is a 101% minimum. This is so depressing. I didn't realize how close we were to not killing this thing. Alright, well, this is the moment of truth. Choice Band, Explosion Shiftry, and Choice Band, Explosion Soul Rock with no other moves. Morwell, buddy. I'd love to keep you around. You got this. Lock in. Come on, don't crit. Nice. Down. Good shit, Morwell. Soul Rock, same situation. Cargo. I really could do with keeping you around. Don't crit. Jesus, okay. That was uncomfortable. God. Not good, man, not